Hello everyone, today what we're doing is we're going to be setting up the time and date for the 1080p SpyWatch hidden camera with IR. Now I'm going to show you kind of exactly what we're going to be doing today, and what I'm going to do is I've already started a recording with the product brand new out of the box just to show you, how it can be wrong right out of the box and we need to fix it. So if you go down here to the bottom left of your start menu and just type in my PC, or this PC also works as well, just like how you see it here. Go ahead and click on it, and it'll bring you up to this type of screen. And you're going to see a section where it says Device and Drives. I have a couple of hard drives plugged into the computer right now. This is my main, and this is an external hard drive. But you can see this one in the middle. It's about, it's about 15 gigabytes, which it says it comes with 16 gigs, which is, exactly perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and double click on it. And it's going to bring me to a folder called DCIM. Double click on that one. And then there's another folder in that one. Double click on that one. Okay, so we've gotten to the file here. So this is the recording that I just made a couple of minutes ago. And I'm going to go ahead and double click on it to play it. And you're going to see, this is what we're working with right down here. It says 2018. It thinks it's February 11th at 9:19 in the morning. Obviously, that's way off because it's actually November 8th, 2018 at about 9:40 a.m. So this is what we're going to be fixing because we want this to be accurate during playback. So what we do to get that going, close out of that, I'm going to go back to the website here. And if you're not familiar with the website, it's just spycenter.com. So it's www.spycenter.com. Okay, it's going to bring you to our website. And then this particular part number that we're working with is part number 6966. So if you go up here to the top right where it says search all products and type in 6966, and hit enter, it's going to bring you right to the product. Go ahead and click on it, and if you scroll down a little bit, you'll see a click here for device support. What we do is we actually hand write all of our own manuals for these things. There is a manual that comes in the box, but we like to hand write ours because this is just a little bit better, a little bit clearer English, bigger font, easier to read, all that type of stuff. It goes, how to do everything from start and stopping recordings to turning on the night vision with this particular product. Snapshot, everything. What we're interested in actually is how to set the time and date, which is right down here. So what it's telling you to do is to unscrew the USB crown, which is on the side of the device. It's one of these here on the side, to reveal the actual USB port. So go ahead and plug in the provided cable, and then you're going to want to actually open up the file. So this is what they're talking about here. So go down here. We were just here a second ago. This PC. And go here. So this is what they're wanting us to do. If we move this out of the way for a second, locate the watch's file folder location, which is this one right here. Create a text file onto the file folder location. Open the text file on your okay, so what we want to do, what they're telling us to do is right inside of here. So we were here, double click on here. You're going to want to be right here where it says DCIM. You don't want to go into this folder and go here. You actually want to do it outside of here. So what they're telling us to do is to right click, go down to new, and left click on text document. So I'll do that again. So I'm going to delete this one. So right click, hover over new, and then left click on text document. Okay, and then they're wanting us to open the text document and do what? Let's see. Open the text file and you want to do the format like this. Example, 2018, July 13th. Okay. And then those are colons. Okay, so first we're going to do year, so it's 2018. And those are periods. And it's November, so 11. It's the 8th, so 08. And then we're going to do space. And it looks like it is colon, so it's 9 in the morning. And then I'm going to do 44, because that's close enough. And then let's go 00 for seconds, because by the time that this actually saves, it'll probably be 9:44. Okay, let's see. Year, month, date, seconds. Once you have set the accurate time and date, you'll want to save the file and as time.txt. Okay, once you have saved the file, go and unplug the watch from your computer. Okay, so let me go ahead and close out of this and hit save. And I'm going to bring up this. And now what they're wanting us to do next is name this text document to time. So what you can do is you can right click on it and just go down here to where it says rename and then just type in time. And then you can either hit enter or you can just click off like anywhere else and it'll save that. So now it's set to time. Okay, set a time. Once you have saved the file, go ahead and unplug the watch from your computer. Okay, so what we're going to do next is I'm going to unplug the watch from my computer and start a recording with it. And that's going to save the time and date to the watch. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back with you now. What I've done is I unplugged the device from my computer, started a recording with it, and then plugged it back into my computer. And I just want to verify what we did was successful. So again, I'm going to go down here, going to type in this PC. Going to open up the disk drive, and there we go. I already know it worked. I'm going to show you in a second anyway, but what should happen is that text file that we created right here, it disappeared. And that's normal, and that's what we want it to do, because whenever I started recording, it's seen the text file and immediately took that text file and updated the time and date on the device. If you still see the text file here or anywhere else, it just means that you either named it incorrectly or you put it in the wrong spot. Because if I would have put it right here, it wouldn't have worked. It only works outside the DCIM folder right there. But let's go. So we have the original file that I did before starting the recording, or before updating the time and date rather, and then here's the one that I just made. And there we go. So we have 2018 November 8th at 9:44, which is the time that I set, and it was about 2 minutes ago, so that's perfect. And we're good to go. Now, if I obviously already have two files on here and I don't want to waste memory, and I also don't want to confuse myself later when I'm watching actual videos that I'm trying to record. So we can delete these, and it's actually really easy to do. There's two ways that you can go about doing it. You can delete them individually by either right-clicking on them and going down to delete, or you can highlight it by left-clicking it once and then hitting the delete key on your keyboard, which also works. Or if you want to delete multiples, which is what I honestly do most of the time because it's most convenient, is if you left click, hold it, like left click and hold, and then drag your mouse, it'll bring open this little, like this box here as you move your mouse around, and you can select multiple items. See how I can do that? So if there was 10 items here, I could select them all at once, for example. So left click, drag, hover over whatever you want to select, and then let go. It'll keep them selected, and then you can just hit your delete key on your keyboard, and it'll ask if you're sure you want to delete these items. Hit yes, and there you go. You can just rinse and repeat and use this memory for as long as you want. And you can also save those files as well. If I had a file here that I wanted to save, I could save it to my PC as well for longer term storage.